Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel, There Goes Infinity. Today you guys asked for me to do a 10 tips on how to get ready for coming back to the semester video, and I am actually so excited that you guys wanted this video because it's something that I've wanted to film for a while, and I'm coming back for my 4th semester, so I've already done this a couple of times. Tip number 1 is to double check your schedule and start memorizing it. This is going to be super helpful as you're moving into the new semester because you're going to have a new set of classes, new buildings to go to, and in general, it's just good to start getting into the rhythm as early as you can. I know a lot of us get thrown off by our winter break routines. I know I definitely do, at least. I get very used to waking up late in the morning and watching Netflix late, and it's just not a great habit to establish going into a new semester, so taking proactive steps to start preventing that is a great way to get started and know that you're in for a great semester. Another thing too with when you have a new schedule is put it into your planner or whatever organizational system that you use. If you go into my iCalendar, I have all of my classes in there already. I have all of the recruitment events for my spirit group in there. I basically have every single piece of information date-wise that I've got already in my calendar, so I don't have to stress about it once I'm on campus. Number 2 is purchasing your textbooks and supplies. And there's a little bit of a popular debate amongst college students as to whether you should buy your textbooks before classes begin or after. Personally, I bought mine after my classes began. I usually would not spend as much because I wasn't buying every single book that was in the syllabus. Unfortunately, a lot of the time professors run out of time during the curriculum, especially in the spring when classes are shorter, to just simply fit everything in, and so you'll have a lot of the time that you paid extra money for a book or a textbook or some assignment that you don't even get around to using. So little pro tip, I personally would wait till after. The only con is really that you might have to wait a while to get your textbooks, but usually professors are pretty understanding about that because that seems to be a pretty popular route with college students who are all broke and spending a lot of money on textbooks already. Another thing too, for any of y'all science majors out there, a lot of you guys need to buy software for your classes, supplies, lab equipment. I know that those are things that a lot of different students need. So usually going into your syllabus and really reading through to make sure that you're gonna have everything once day 1 starts is never a bad idea, since those tend to be less expensive. Number 3 is making sure that your tuition is paid, and this is something that I threw in here, and it was kind of funny. I was running through this list with one of my friends and she was like, well, that's kind of stupid. Of course people are gonna have their tuition paid, but believe it or not, that is just, it's something that you don't really think about, especially if you have something like loans or financial aid. You just kind of let it sit there, but a lot of the time you have to go into the system and actually let them know what portion of the money you're taking, or if you're taking all of it, which is a good move. It's good to check on your tuition because nothing would stink worse than logging in, realizing that all of your classes have been dropped because you didn't pay by a deadline, and having to take an unintentional gap semester. Number 4 is getting a planner, and I touched a little bit on this on number 1, but purchasing a planner or getting one set up the way that you like it is always a great way before the semester starts. I would say to start practicing scheduling things during winter break, but to be honest, I'm in this boat too. I usually don't have enough things to actually put into my planner to develop a good system. So this is something that you're gonna just have to play around with. I know as far as digital planners go, the 2 big ones are Google Calendar and iCalendar. I use a little bit of both just to keep myself organized. But if you guys want, there's actually a referral link of any day designer planner, or at least link you up with this channel. So that is in my description down below. I recommend you check it out. I've used their planners personally for years, and I don't have it on hand with me now, but I am currently using one of their pink leatherette planners for my school year. Number 5 is start downloading productivity apps. 2 of my favorite ones that I'm gonna mention in this video, I'm not sponsored by them in any way, I'm just throwing these out here. But the first one is an app called Grade. So here we go. So this is the app great. I just use the free version, but you can play around with a few of them because I know some of them are gonna unfortunately make you pay for over 3 classes, but this one lets you use them all for free, which is fantastic. And it basically will show you what grade you need to get on certain assignments to maintain different GPAs or levels in different classes. So it's very helpful. I have all of my spring 2019 classes in there already to help keep myself organized. The second app that I'm going to recommend to you guys is this app called Todoist, and it's literally used by so many companies. I think Google is the biggest one that uses it, but it's basically a mega-minded to-do list. It is so cool. I'm able to categorize things by color. I'm already working on, just as I'm getting my syllabi from my professors, I'm working on putting in the assignments by different color codes, and it's literally just this whole calendar of everything that I have to do over the next semester. It's just a planner kind of gal. If you like being organized, that is your ish, you are gonna love this app. I seriously live by Todoist. I just started using it 2 weeks ago and I don't know how I lived without it. Number 6 is to plan out a few nice outfits before the semester starts. This is a really great thing to do, especially if you brought your dirty clothes with you to school and you didn't do your laundry back at home, which that's gonna be me in a couple of days, just you wait. It really helps to just go through your closet. This is also a great opportunity to pull out some old stuff that you're not really wearing, you know, dump it out, maybe give it to someone in one of your orgs, just, you know, just offload it off of yourself. If it is a piece of clothing that is not bringing you joy, get rid of it. You don't need it anymore. Number 7 is to go grocery shopping and start putting things in your fridge. I know a lot of you guys live in dorms, so you can get some snacks, get some healthy fruits. I really recommend going on Pinterest and searching like college snacks or college snack boards or something like that. And there are so many options for dorm-friendly meals that you can prepare, so maybe put together a shopping list out of those, or if you have a kitchen, just restock on the essentials. Number 8 is to set up a budget for your college semester. This is something that I always do at the start of a semester because I like to know what amount of money I started out with, how much I'm planning to spend on books so I can set that amount aside at the beginning, and then obviously from there I can pick out what needs to go to savings and what's actually going to be my spending money. I also usually, since I work at the university, I'll usually take a portion of my paycheck, move that straight into savings, and then the rest I'll just have for spending money for groceries, or if I want to go to brunch with some friends or whatever it may be. This is obviously a really good strategy, and also if you have a credit card or so, just make sure that you are on top of all the payments that need to be done, because paying those off during the semester can be very, very stressful. You don't want to get any additional fees while you're busy studying. Is really simple, and this one is just to go ahead and spend some time with your family. I know that most people usually over the winter break will go, or even over the summer break I should say, will go and spend time with their family at home, and they'll live there, so it can be a little bit hard for that adjustment when you go back to school, especially for any of y'all freshmen out there. It's gonna feel a little bit weird. Actually, Campbell explained this really well, and he said that the first semester of college feels kind of like the summer camp version of it, that you feel like, okay, you go home and you're done, but then you get hit with the realization that there are 7 more semesters to complete. So this is a really great time. Spend the time with your family. There usually aren't as many breaks during the spring semester anyways, so you have less opportunities to go home. So go ahead and spend the time with them. And that actually brings me into piece of advice number 10, which is spend time with your out-of-state friends. I personally have a lot of out-of-state friends. I really only get to see them from what used to be every day in high school to a couple of times a year. So definitely invest some time with them, go to brunch, go to your favorite hometown places, and just really enjoy those memories that you guys have together, because it's just tricky planning stuff in college. You don't have as much mobility to travel or anything like that, so it's kind of a bummer. Anyway guys, I know this was a bit of a longer video, but those are my 10 biggest pieces of advice for any of y'all who are preparing for the new semester. If you enjoyed this video, be sure that you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, There Goes Infinity, and comment down below one of the ways that you like to prepare for a new semester. I'm super excited to hear from you guys. Alright lovelies, I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye!